Every time I hear AJ, my brain's like, yes, Andrew Jackson. You seen that video where the guy, he's like getting ready to take a video and he's like, alright, you know what it is. And then this guy walks in the background without a shirt on. He's like, hey, mom made pancakes. It's so good. Uh, that's funny. No. Full of humor. Humor tumor. No. Be my tumor. It's just nice and just if any. Everybody want just if I need. Alright. Should I go mining? I needed some way to get experience. Oh, I'm gonna bite my tongue off in front of you. Oh, that's it. Tongue's coming off. Bonk. Maybe the potatoes are upstairs. I don't remember what I was doing last time. I think I came back from like leveling some gear. Lycanthrope. Mm. A spectre. A ghoul. A sorcerer. A mage. Yeah. Why should I stop? And economics. Everyone talks about economics of scale, but why not economics of snail? I'm at the front of the house. I'm sitting on top of the vine that grows up. What do you think of the story? I'll reach out the sword. He doesn't even know. He'd be like, no, I killed somebody. I gotta hide the ball, dude.
The flash is
Oh, you're at the top of the snowed.
You already know what's going on, dog.
Hey, Mom made pancakes.
This video is sponsored by SnowVPN. BetterHelp. Say the fourth ordeal and get free mental health. I said swear the fourth ordeal and get better mental health. Yeah, it fucking is an ordeal. Whoa. Moment. Moments. Sorceress. You must. If you're not here, we start fire to the village. Yeah. Christmas. What's this? Is that just mashed potatoes, but you put some food dye in it? I wonder what a yellowed mashed potato is. I imagine, like, if you cook a potato with the skin on it, goes kind of yellowish. Going kind of yellowish. Hmm. I need a project. Yeah. I didn't want it to, but I guess I have to now. I don't want to do the internal decoration. That's it. I don't know how to decorate the internals of anything. Uh, yeah. I didn't even know there was a different type of potato. I thought you had potato, sweet potato, and then like couch potato, pocket potato, chaos potato. Sorry, that's the one I'm thinking of. Yeah, I have 6 chaos potatoes. Yeah, it was good. Meaning, can you find a purpose? Oh yeah. A Dungione, Don Quixote. Yeah, I had brought it with me. I left it inside the coffee table. Hold on, what was I eating the whole time I was there? Do you just want an old bookshelf? Bookage shelf. Booker catch. 21 bookage shelf. I don't think I can like harvest them very well. I would need like a oh. Well, I just found 3 stacks of books. I can actually use Nintendo's to a whole stack of books. Uh-oh, the misery. Oh. Yeah, he
We
broke
love
something.
when the device changes itself. So,
Look
okay,
how ugly it's
here's the thing. Here's the thing. Streamlabs will randomly decide that the microphone device needs to change, so it'll switch it to a device that actually does not exist, such that nobody can hear me. Well, Bard can still hear me because Discord didn't change it, but you could not hear me, so you didn't hear when I was talking to you.
I think it was just mostly racial slurs, so you don't have to worry about it.
Good point. Unless it was
They're all
AJB.
class-based slurs, like poor. I don't think
Slattern.
there is a class-based slur, is there?
Yeah. White boy, white boy.
I don't think that's class-based.
Sweet.
Italian slurs.
Yeah,
Oh,
AJ
yes.
is an expert on Italian slurs.
It sounds like a nation of its own.
Yeah. It's the nation AJ is from.
Or it feels like it's like a fan fiction of some place.
Jutalia. It does,
Yeah.
you know, it kind of does.
Or one of those, or it sounds like one of those, like a Doom mod made by someone that's like extremely racist.
Bard, why are you always playing the extremely racist Doom mods?
Well, there was like a famous one a while ago. It was like I don't know what it was called, but it was just sort of famous for being offensive.
That's fun.
And it's got like a weird name like Gorgoza or something. Because I think the Doom mod was Italian. That's probably why it's in my brain. There's an Enderman on the roof.
AJ, have you seen the TV show Arcane? I guess it's not really a TV show. Have you seen the show Arcane? Yeah, me and Bard just finished watching it, and I was hit by the ending, and I was like, damn. Live action.
Oh, it was Grizo. That's the name of what it was.
Naturally, it was Grizo. Has your wife seen it? Yeah, Arcane, that is. She might want to, it's pretty cool looking.
They can jump from the Skyland and survive.
Oh, there's only one way to find out.
Oh yeah. No, you can. Not for very long. Everything down here wants to kill me. Uh-oh, the misery. When you're in school or like a young child, and like you ever hear someone ask the question, "What was the Great Wall of China built for?" Built for?
Um,
Did you ever get to reply to keep the rabbits out?
I did not have to reply to that at any point, no.
No, you don't have to reply, but like a parental figure would say that,
No.
or a teacher. Must have been an Australian thing because we have a fence called the rabbit-proof fence. So I suppose that's where the idea of like, oh, the Great Wall of China was built to keep the rabbits out.
Nobody hates rabbits quite like Australians do, I'm afraid.
Well, they fucking horrible creatures.
I know. Yeah, Arcane is just an animated show that's really pretty, so...
Like my husband, except for the animated show part.
So true. So true and real. Yeah.
Oh,
Which is really funny because how would all our workers get into the country? Yeah, I mean, I've never played League of Legends, nor shall I ever. But the show is really good. It's, like, surprisingly good.
it's like nothing to do with League of Legends. It just there's characters from League of Legends and it.
Yeah, like, it doesn't really... It's not really an advertising show, because I think everybody who doesn't play League of Legends knows that you shouldn't play League of Legends.
I'm gonna find some to eat. I don't know why.
Gotcha. League of Legends trauma. That doesn't sound fun. Yeah, I liked it a lot because it was visually good. The characters were pretty good. Um, I don't usually watch like any TV at all, but this one is worth watching, I would say. Though I also did not watch it on my TV, obviously. Um, it's pretty good. What? That is crazy. Imagine liking a video game so much that you can't do anything else with your life. Wild. I wake up, and I know I'm gonna be the man who's waking up next to you. And I go out, and I know I'm gonna be the man who's gonna...
Hell yeah, I love dropping out of college because I can't play League of Legends.
League of Legends only.
Is it Leagues of Legend?
No, it's more like Miles of Legend.
No. How many feet in a fathom?
Can't answer that off the top of my head, but you know the secret in your heart.
6. Just 6 feet in a fathom.
6 period.
I think I'm gonna go kill 1,000 cows.
Oh, that's kind of fucked up.
For more leather. Oh, we have a bunch of cows, but I will leave them alone. I like the bit where the character stands up for himself and his boyfriend. And the legal legend.
Did that happen?
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I guess
You
I
don't
haven't.
remember the bit with this thing?
No, not off the top of my head. I guess I haven't seen it enough times to have like a pretty solid opinion on it. I did think it was good though.
And he stands up and he's like, you didn't care, you're just here to manipulate me and Glimbo for our money.
You're just here to manipulate me and Glenda for our money.
Yeah. No, it really wasn't a League of Legends show because not enough people were called a slur.
So you can tell the difference. Quite distinct in that way.
It's really the two games people like you know to stay away from in school was League of Legends and World of Warcraft. It kind of just boiled down to anything with an acronym.
Yeah.
LOL. Wow.
Oh, wow.
Remember the first time I saw someone play League of Legends? He just logged in, bought a few skins, and logged out. And I was like, "Is that all the game?"
Yeah. See, it's still funny to me that like there are games that where you can buy skins like microtransactions. They're so weird to me.
Like God of War.
What?
No, no, he just fell for it. I don't know. Why not? Minecraft has skins.
Yeah, but I
And you
don't.
pay for them.
Yeah, but I don't buy them. Like,
No.
I don't know.
Suppose you're about a game where you can be like a shark or something.
I think like I'm always just way too worried about money.
Uh,
Like, probably to an irrational extent, because I don't actually have any problems with money, but I'm always worried.
Sorry, I thought you said I don't actually have any money.
I
I don't have to worry about money because I don't have any.
Yeah, I decided I don't.
Oh, let's imagine that. Just go somewhere. It's like "Ugh, money isn't an issue, and then they go and get expensive things. They're like, no, I mean they don't have any.
Yeah. Yeah, money is sort of a
World's
non-issue in my life. Okay, I just finished all the bedrooms on this floor.
Is that the one that people do the memes from, AJ? Is that one from like the early 2010s?
Girls band cry.
Yeah. There's I don't know. There's the creature that has like no. It's not that one. There is a band anime and the creature has no eyebrows.
By the creature, do you mean like the woman in it, or?
Yes. So I remember it because someone put the Slipknot over the top of it.
My brain is slipping sideways out of my head.
That's K on, is what I'm thinking of. Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking of.
Ah, but Bard, you were so foolish, you didn't realize you were thinking of Yugi from K-On!
Yeah.
Sorry, I just find all those words kind of funny.
Those funny words. No, those are in the Bible.
These words are in the Bible.
Imagine you like read the Old Testament, like the first translation. It's like anime is pretty sick. Is written in like the front.
It's there. I've read it.
It's like that. Did I show you the Tom Scar video of him like writing the Bible and H-Bomber guys in it? It's a
What?
drunk time traveler, and he's like, make him come back. He's pretty cool. Is this beer? And he drinks the ink.
Yeah, I have seen that.
Yeah.
Ah, but Bard, you were so foolish. You were thinking Yugi from K-On! As compared to Yugi from K-On!, which is a very different sort of thing.
Yeah, I remember that one specifically because people would post edits where they've done the happy anime people like singing and dancing, but they've put different music over the top of it, so like heavy metal and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm gonna get some fucking chains. Let's go.
Do you think sheep are real?
No.
Have you ever seen a snake?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you have.
If I had never seen a snake, I would have never heard my mom scream, and I have heard my mom scream, so.
Saw it this year as well. Oh, last year. Is Bochi the Rock the one with the like autistic girl that like
Bocce ball?
vibrates or something?
Bocce ball?
I don't know. Someone was posting a GIF from something with Bochi the Rock, and there's just somebody like spazzing out on the floor, spasming. And they're like,
Specimen.
"Why are they doing that?" And they're like, "They got the tism." I'm like, "Okay."
I guess that's
This
just
is a
what you
very
do when you have
in-depth anime.
autism.
Yeah, it must be.
Surely. If not that, then what?
I don't know.
My fucking. That's 2 blocks from that.
Those kinds of animes make me think of like children's cartoons, so I don't like watching them.
Yeah, I don't like anything that reminds me of children's cartoons. They make me uncomfortable. I would say, like, even the first couple
I
episodes,
would be.
even the first couple episodes of Avatar are too childish for me, even though I really like that show, at least in my last memory of watching it. I almost don't want to watch it again because I don't want to not like it.
Watch Evangelion instead.
Why would I do that?
Because it's depressing and funny.
Get the uncensored version where the guy kisses the other guy.
Oh, that's a censored version?
You know how I was making a joke because there's the thing the main character says
Netflix-
to the other boy character.
The Netflix translation just like changes it completely.
Yeah.
Carol and Tuesday. I saw a funky movie called Tuesday, which is about like a girl that's dying of like cancer slowly, but then like death comes along and Death's a wee little bird. And she like hangs out with Death for a bit, and Death's like, yeah, pretty cool. And then her mum eats the bird. Moral of the story is don't watch weird A24 movies on the plane. I watched that back to back with I saw the TV Glow and I was like completely fucking lost. I was like maybe 30 hours into like a sleepless day. And I was just like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind that they all behave like children, because they are children. That doesn't bother me. It's just that I don't like watching things in that sense. I don't think it's a flaw, it's just not, like, fun for me to watch. Ooh,
It's not your tea of cup.
no. But it's also kind of comical that they do become very adult by the end of it, because they are still all, like, 12.
Oh, it is that lady, isn't it?
What?
Watch Tuesday, it's pretty good. It is an A24 film, but yeah, watch Tuesday. Also, I saw the TV Glow, it's pretty good. Just make sure you're not on any kind of drugs and have a good enough amount of sleep.
Oh, it stars Seinfeld? No way.
Yeah.
Okay. Elaine? I don't know how he says it. I did watch a lot of it when I was a kid, though.
I think you
Elaine.
have to have more of a nasally whine.
I'm gonna turn into fucking New York. This is very menacing. Hell yeah.
That reminds me. So on the plane, the Call Me by Your Name was one of the options of the movies you could watch.
Yeah.
And before we landed in Melbourne, I watched somebody loaded up. And I was like, can it get to the gay sex scene? And it did not, and I was so disappointed.
And you're like,
I was wondering if, like, I wonder if people know what they're watching when they watch these things. You know what I'm saying? Like, people just browse movies that are on the airplane thing and they just watch whatever.
their asses don't even know.
It's a fun people watching exercise to like look over your shoulder and seeing someone watching something weird, and then like looking forward, like you know you can see through the thing. You see someone watching something weird, and you see their reaction if they say turn it off really quickly, or if they just like look angry the whole time. And the sniffers are sniffing, especially if you're in like an international flight or someone next to you is like from a different country, and they'll be watching like an international movie.
Yeah, start watching RRR.
Yeah, that's yes it is. That's also like popular here as well.
Yeah.
It still will not forget the when it won a bunch of awards and they had to like say it out on the things. It's like R R, and someone captioned it with it's like me a seal trying to get a treat.
Not disdain, it just makes me uncomfortable. I don't mind the way children behave in real life. I find children in real life charming, though I don't spend that much time around them.
Children's media kind of is infantilizing and weird, where they don't treat the viewer like an adult, and that's what's weird about it.
Yeah, I mean, even when I was a kid, I never really liked it, like, the impression that I got from media, that the media knew I was a kid and was going to treat me like I was a kid, you know? I never liked that. Like, there are some ways in which my upbringing was strange. Like, my parents also didn't like children's media. I mean, they could both deal with it, obviously, but, like, as soon as I was old enough that I didn't, like, actively watch it, we would sit down to watch adult shows, you know? Like, we wouldn't watch, like, shows for teenagers. We just watched shows for adults because my parents wanted to watch them. Or, in my mom's case, she never wanted to watch TV. She would just, like, put on books for adults that she wanted me and Elena to read. Elena being my little sister.
I suppose it could be since, like, if you grew up fast and you had to, like, mature quickly, you kind of, like, skipped that point in the middle where it's just like, oh, this is what you're supposed to enjoy as a child. So when you're, like, you're watching it and you're, like, being independent and doing your own thing and have to think about, like, real problems, you know? And then the TV's just like, clap your hands if you like fish. And it's like, "Oh, man, I gotta do
Boys.
taxes and I'm 13. This is fucked."
I mean, that is kind of how I felt when I was a 13-year-old, even if it wasn't literal, you know?
Yeah. Well, I've always been independent where I'm like, I gotta cook my own fucking food. I gotta get to the bus tomorrow. I need to stop this drinking habit at 12. No. My fucking wife's gonna leave me.
And that was when you were 11.
Ooh. I suppose there's like multiple different ways because some people that grow up quickly have the opposite reaction, where they
They just really like
like,
kids media.
they like, the people are like in their 30s that really like SpongeBob and shit like that, where they're just like, oh man, I'm
I
reliving
can't
my childhood."
imagine whom that would describe.
Who's that subscribed?
My dad.
Oh shit! Well, there you go. He's just a weird little guy. Okay.
Yeah. SpongeBob is
Still.
kind of funny, to be fair.
Yeah, no, but it's I don't think like I think old SpongeBob maybe, but like I don't think people really like
I mean,
because you only watched it for a certain amount. So like when SpongeBob was a thing, and you were watching it as it came out, you were like, "Oh, this is SpongeBob." But I don't think they realize that new SpongeBob isn't the same as old SpongeBob. It's like the Simpsons, you know.
yeah. And I am very capable of watching things for children. I mean, there's some kinds of children's media that I think will always make me uncomfortable, but there's a lot of kids' movies that I do like. You know, like The Emperor's New Groove. My entire family can't get enough of that movie, and it is a children's
It's like
movie.
a family's movie, though. It's like a family movie,
But-
so it's not like they don't insult the intelligence of the person watching it.
Yeah, but I don't think it is I don't think it's inherent to children's media to insult the intelligence of the person watching it. I think it's just, like, common. So I think the fact that Emperor's Groove does not insult your intelligence doesn't mean it's not children's media. It's still a movie for children.
I mean, like that's what the difference between like certain like the disdain comes from them being weird. So that's why it works because it doesn't make it weird.
Yeah. Kind of funny though. My mom offered tomorrow that I could come over to her house and watch Emperor's Groove with her and get high, and I was like, you know,
Sounds great.
even when he was in that demographic. Yeah, I don't like that either. I don't think it's wrong to like YA media at all. I just don't like it. I've never liked it. It's just not something that's like in my set of interests. There's obviously like books for children that I have enjoyed. Like, I really like Wings of
I
Fire, for instance, which is for children. But, like,
You can have a young adult book, but the YA genre tends to be not poorly written, but written in a way that's poorly written. I don't know how to describe it to you, but I've read a few books
wait
in
until he
like
brings
when I
out the
was a
story.
young boy, and it's just like I should have said young girl. That would have been funny.
With the
It's
young
just not
lady.
very. I was a young lady. I love it in movies when they have like a character and they're just like, when I was a little boy and it's like a grandma or someone, you know,
Yeah.
and people are like, huh? And then she just continues and like doesn't let them catch on. Like that is perfect.
Does that
Uh,
happen? I've never seen that.
no, there's a few like it'll just be like a quick joke or something in like some kind of movie or like someone like
Transgender rep.
yeah, it's probably done for the detriment of like it's like a
I'm not assuming it's like genuine representation. I just find it funny.
no. I think it's played as a joke, but it's not a mean. It's not like a mean kind of joke. It's kind of like the characters are like, huh? Because they're like just like hearing something quickly, you know.
Yeah.
But
I'm
I
always
do
hearing
find
things incorrectly.
either way. Um, but yeah, I don't know. Reading
I actually
young
did
adult stuff
watch Dora
doesn't
the Explorer
tend.
when I was a little kid. I have a Dora the Explorer blanket to this day.
They're very built on tropes, I guess.
YA, yeah. I mean, fantasy's
Why?
built on different tropes. I like fantasy more. Um, I like
So
sci-fi decently
why?
well.
YA tends to be like, oh, I'm just a teenage trying to live my life. My life, oh, it's so normal. Here's the thing that's happening. This is crazy. My life is upside down now. That's kind of like what YA books are. Where it's just like a heavy emphasis on people trying to like live a normal life, or like, I just want to fit in.
Wanna
Where
be
it
like
feels
all
like
the
it's
other
really
kids.
written towards a teenager. It's like, hey, you teenager, read this book and empathize.
Yeah, I don't know. When I was a, I mean, because for me, just based on, it might have been just been like when I was a kid, I had like a higher than average reading level or something. But I've always thought of
Maybe it's
YA
just
as being like incorrectly labeled because in my mind that's for like middle schoolers because
yeah.
like it's I think most children in the middle school age are more mature than are about as mature as YA, and then when you get to high school it's like then you read books for adults, you know. But it's still not really the case. I didn't read a lot of YA, and when I did, like when I was in middle school, I was usually reading books that were written for adults, even if they're not incredibly mature, you know, like Name of the Wind. It is mature. Um, it has scenes where people are having sex in it. Had a funny experience. So the first time I ever read Name of the Wind was when it was playing as an audiobook while me, my sister, and my mom were all sitting and like doing our things on the couch. We would like sit down every night to listen to the book, and I would usually be drawing, and my sister and my mom would like maybe be, you know, drawing or cross stitching or something like that. And uh, it's funny when like the sex scenes in the books came on because we'd all just sit there silently, and then they would end. We'd be like, "Whew." Because like I was pretty young when sex scenes in like shows would come on when I was with my dad. He'd just be like, "Oh no, ew, gross," and they'd skip it. Specifically, go like "ew," or like if people started kissing or something like that. What am I looking for? It's definitely looking for something. Oh yeah, terracotta. My
But for some
terracotta
reason,
don't
when
want none unless
SpongeBob
you got
starts
some.
kissing, he slows it down.
Sorry.
I say, except for when he's watching SpongeBob and they start kissing, he slows it down. No.
You're like, why are you laughing? Yeah,
It's your
Brandon.
dad.
Bart, I have a question.
Yeah.
How do you make glazed terracotta?
They're gonna take away the joke I was gonna make. You just put terracotta in the oven. Put
Oh.
terracotta in a furnace and it will glaze it.
Oh, well then, I see how it is. My concrete. I need more yellow terracotta.
It's concrete, baby. I think I have a ton of it in the terracotta chest.
There's 8 yellow terracotta.
I may have aged it all.
So fucked up how you're always doing this.
I need to go check on the rat. Who's there? Oh boy! Meow meow.
To be clear, I do not think there's anything wrong with liking children's media. It's just not my thing personally. And like when I try to explain why it might sound like I'm being judgmental, but that's not intentional on my part. I'm not trying to be judgmental. It's just not the thing that I like reading.
Oh, my wife left me.
And the fact that like when I was a kid, I got some book recommendations from other kids, but most of my book recommendations were just that I read what my mom liked already, you know.
National Book Awards for Young People's Literature versus Awards Adult Literature from Claude.
So I assume this has something to do with the impression that YA, like popular YA, has a lower quality threshold or something like that. How do you dye terracotta? Can you dye terracotta?
You rub some dye on it.
Okay.
I think it's 8 terracotta in a thing and then you put dye in the middle.
Okay.
Why are they called Alabama, not Abalamba?
So true, Bart. So true. And you're not afraid to say it. That's what I respect about you.
You respect me?
Yeah. Why wouldn't I respect you?
I don't know, it's just funny to say. Hmm. How do they award these things anyway?
Well, I assume they have like a group of judges evaluate them.
Are the judges children? If they're like the young ones, or does it old people evaluate the young ones?
That's a good question.
Are LGBT books represented in the choices, or are they homophobic?
The answer is that they're homophobic, Bard. You knew that already.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, one of my problems as a reader is that there's a couple of genres that I just have like no interest in really, and some of them are like really popular, but I still don't want to read them just because they don't
What's
like
that?
intrigue me at all. Mystery novels. Mystery novels are extremely popular, and I don't care at all.
That sounds fair. I don't think I would ever read a mystery novel.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it depends on like your purpose for an award, because if the purpose for the award is to just say what the best book is, I think in a reasonable sense you would have to pick the target audience because they're gonna know whether or not the book is good in the sense that like whether or not it is enjoyed by its target audience. Whereas if you're trying to say, is this book you know, competent in these measures, then you pick adults because the adults are the ones who are like versed in literary theory or whatever. Because the agent's job is to decide if the book is competent in such measures, you know.
What genre would you say No Longer Human is? A of J. Why? I was gonna say, why is there no such thing called dog fiction? And I was like, I imagine there is.
Fiction for dogs by dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I read those kinds of books when I was a kid. Those were like books that are just about like a particular animal, basically.
Yeah, so I mean, I was thinking of the dog autism, and I was like, why is there no dog fiction?
Dogtism. Who got they dogtism out?
I think it's bedtime.
Nar. Tell me your grisliest.
Is that the actual Flavor Flav on fucking Blue Sky?
Huh?
I think I just found Flavor Flav on Blue Sky.
It's Flavor Flav.
Okay. You remember the musician that has a big clock made of diamonds on his chest?
No.
Okay. In the 90s, there was a musician named Flavor Flav, and he had a big clock on his chest.
Okay.
I don't know what he's famous for.
Having a big clock on his chest, I have to imagine.
Yeah.
Gay, friends, gay.
Yeah.
This is the leftist agenda.
Now for his catchphrase, yeah, boy. He's 65 years old. Yeah, you go, granddad.
Hell yeah. Grandpa's still kicking. You know what's kind of funny, Bard?
He's a founding member of Public Enemy. Yeah, what?
Of the two old people, like really old people in Bloodbound, I think only one of them has grandchildren. Or had children. He doesn't have grandchildren.
So is it Ojin?
Yeah, Ojin had children, but they died, I believe.
What about Rabati?
Rabati, no.
But Rabati has children. Right?
Rabati has adopted children, but no grandchildren.
Ah, so it was.
Grandpa can't have shit anymore. Here's what epistolary fiction is, if I said that right. Or epistolary.
Sounds like a disease.
Yeah.
I mean, that book kind of is a disease. I mean that in a good way.
I feel like I mean that in the nicest way possible.
We were talking about in pharmacy class, we were doing something, and it says like, what is a condition that a customer might have that means you to refer them to the pharmacist? And I was like, lupus. And then she's like, alright, maybe a disease that's not so terrible. Oh, fancy.
Okay, gotcha. You're like such as my book.
Yes. No.
Yes, no.
I suppose. No, I guess not. Dune is technically told by Queen Irulan or Princess Irulan. That doesn't really count though, because it's still from the perspective of Pearl.
Owl,
Pearl.
owl Fridays.
Pearl. Gemma Patel. Les petites Paul. Parlez-vous fromage?
If human says.
I suppose I do have a mystery then if it's Dracula.
Dracula's.
Yeah.
I think Dracula's horror.
Horror mystery. The mystery being, are they gay?
Mhm.
The answer being, yes. Well, actually, when you come here, I need to take you to that one bookstore I went to in Perth.
Yeah.
I also need to book like a 4-hour time slot though. So I feel like you would just talk to Stefan for like 3 hours.
Oh, I would love to.
Because he's a very interesting man. I talked to him for like 40 minutes.
There's nothing I love more than just talking to strangers for way too long.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he runs like a indie queer bookstore. So like, if you're looking for interesting stories of like fantasy and sci-fi, and also gay books as well, then it's like ho ho.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of interesting things. He's just an interesting person to talk to.
What are you doing?
I'm mining. I'm trying to level up my pickaxe because I've got no durability left yet.
What was making that noise then?
What noise?
There's like the sound of a door opening and closing repeatedly up here.
Oh, you see like a dog or something stuck in the way?
Maybe the game is just haunted. No, the reason they make ignorant claims is that the intention is that they behave something like real people, so a lot of them say stupid things a lot. And a lot of that sort of thing is just like overtuned in the version you're reading because it's less true in future versions. Uhinam thinking all Taisans are sailors is probably more absurd than Anakaya thinking.
Oh, I read that's open say. Yeah, that's a bit strange.
What?
I misread the Uhinam. I was thinking open say when I read Uhinam.
Oh.
I was like,
Urbansei thinking that would actually be very reasonable, because Urbansei has never seen the ocean. Fun Urbansei facts. Urbansei.
I mean, the layer does kind of have a lot of crime.
Yeah, less than Anakaya thinks it has, though.
True.
How many more beds do I need? Bart, are you just driving me crazy on purpose?
Mining.
I think the game's haunted.
Oh.
Because the series of sounds that just happened, according to the list of sounds, was barrel opens, door creaks, trapdoor opens.
Oh.
And I don't know how that's happening. It might be just game glitching out. Weird way.
Don't know.
Well, yeah, AJ, a lot of the misconceptions people have about their world are going to be toned down in the next draft because, and while true, and some of them wouldn't be like as pervasive of ideas as they come across as being. Like, Anakaya would have a lot of misconceptions about how people in other areas live, but probably not as many as she actually has in the story.
What are you doing?
What?
What are you doing?
Gaming.
Yeah, but like, where are you at?
Right now I'm down by the water. Right now I'm down, getting things from the chest area. Amazing chest ahead. Yeah, I hope it's not frustrating to read, AJ. I don't want it to be a difficult read. Yeah. part of the
It's interesting
intention.
to me because if a character like thinks something in Bloodbound, I don't usually think that it's fact because it's someone's opinion. Unless that person is like has authority on it. So like, saying like an offhand comment to someone like, this is because of this. Unless like it's coming from someone that is of that thing.
Suspicious full
So
of
like if
mercury.
a character's just like what?
I said this fish is full of mercury.
Why is it a fish full of mercury?
I'm going to kill you.
The whole time.
Oh god. Oh.
I love you.
Oh god.
It's fine.
Oh god.
What? Yeah, have a firework. And a baked potato. You're crying.
Oh god.
It's not that bad.
They call him the king of the gaslight. They say there's no one he can't lie to.
I'm fucking right now.
They call him the king of causing relationship issues.
I am not. I dare.
uh,
Okay, that observation I also think, I would think is an opinion.
Tasons, Tasons are not actually better or worse than anybody else at anything. Largely. There are some things where if you did like, you know how in the Olympics usually black people win like sprinting or something like that? I don't know what category it's called. 100-meter dash. Like usually black people win shorter sprints. Always something like that. It's that kind of thing, or you might notice some like you might notice some kind of like small rounding error as to how good people are at some things. Like Tayson might be, I think in general, Taysons have better aim than humans. He's trying to shoot me in the head. But these are like rounding error type things, not like. Oh wow, yeah. So it's that kind of thing where it's like a statistical type thing. Like statistically, Taysons will do this thing slightly better or something like that. For instance, if you held like a hunting competition, I think a Tayson would have a clear advantage because they know where everything fucking is. Like that kind of thing. Yeah. So true. Not all white men have Asian wives, but you'd be surprised.
I got a fun fact for you.
Yeah.
The Norwegian word for perineum means middle meat.
Middle meat. Show me your middle meat, gentlemen.
Oh.
Yeah, but like one of the intentions with the way Bloodbound is written is to give the sense that it is genuinely a world where technology is limited and people have superstitious beliefs because they literally cannot meet each other like easily. And even to the extent that like you can go on a boating trip, but you probably never will because a lot of people will probably never leave. Like probably never go farther than 100 miles away from where they were born, you know? So part of the intention with the way it's written is to just give the impression that it is genuinely a world without like fancy technology. Because sometimes fantasy stories have like, oh, everybody is so poor and so fucked up, and it's like, but we do know everything about every culture in a 1,000-mile radius somehow, you know? Can you do that again?
Oh, okay.
A beautiful swimming husband laying down sexily on the bed. One second. Like, I think it's interesting to think about how things would be, like, different and very different in the past, and not just, like, different as in, like, a little bit different. But it can hinder storytelling in some areas, I have to imagine. So I get if you're, like, reading and it's confusing because, like, in real life, we have a lot of information about a lot of people, even if they live thousands of miles away. I feel like I have a cat around. It's just like always messing with my shit.
Mm.
Very strange feeling, I must say. Uh,
I'm very tired. I think I'm gonna go to bed.
hey baby, I love you.
I love you too. Good night, AJ. Good night, Axel.
Good night, sweetheart.
Oh God, my bones. Oh, oh.
My bad. Well, AJ, now it's just you and me. Do you want to get on a voice call and talk for a bit before I go to bed? So you can get in live retorts about me saying I don't like YA. Lightning fast retorts. Oh, paintings, that's about it. I have like a bunch of fucking sticks. Yeah, I do. Excuse me. It wasn't me. Oh, I'm so tired given that I woke up later and it's not bedtime yet, but yeah. Just one of them situations. Let me check real quick. I would put the not writing channel above the writing channel since not bot writing is going to be used more often. You don't want people to accidentally talk in the submissions channel because they think they're talking in the general discussion channel. So I'd put the general discussion channel right after welcome. So put it on top of the events channel, I'd say. Other than that, I don't think there's anything wrong. It's good to me. Did you hear me when I asked if you wanted to talk in a voice chat? Because if you don't, it's good with me. I just prefer it now. Gotcha. Hello, AJ.
Hi, it's me.
It's AJ.
Okay.
Big news. It's AJ.
So now I gotta make the email.
Yeah.
Dear young people, we made a Discord. Dear old people, let me tell you what Discord is.
Dear old people. Dear God, you're old. Oh my lord.
Mm-hmm.
No, they made him that old. Roger's gonna see that you made a Discord and he's gonna be like, your data! It's all slurping away into the void.
Yeah, it is weird that he is like so paranoid about data instead of me, who's like very pro, let's utilize the data.
Yeah.
I feel like he'd think that the survey was giving too much information away to people. Oh no, they'll know when I'm available.
Yeah. Well, I think he's specifically worried about corporations knowing that kind of thing.
Yes, based on the fact that he predicted COVID.
Yeah. With his massive brain.
Mm-hmm.
You can see the future. I'm sorry if I was speaking offensively about YA. I didn't mean to.
Oh, it's okay. I'm not I'm not YA myself, so I'm not offended by it. I just think it's an interesting conversation topic.
Yeah.
There's usually people that I talk to that don't like children's media or even teen media are like, yeah, I never want to have kids. I want to buy a yacht.
Why would I want a yacht instead of children?
I know a lot of people that are pro yacht, anti kid.
Why would you want a yacht in the first place?
Because your normal boat's too small. Get it together, Axel.
Axel, I don't. Axel have a boat. Axel have a boat.
Yeah. What if you need to go on the water?
Then I would swim.
What if you need to be on the water for more than a day to go on your fishing trip?
Then I would float.
Where are you gonna get your mahi mahi?
What's mahi mahi?
It's a big fish.
Why would I want a big fish?
Because you could take a picture with it and then put it on your dating profile.
But I have a boyfriend.
That doesn't stop people.
That's a good point.
The yacht people.
Yeah, I mean, the yacht people, I don't think really care about their boyfriend or anti-boyfriend stance.
Yeah. I was looking through my emails just to pull up to get ready for the email, and I got reminded of the my chain of adult autism evaluations.
Oh, nice.
And
they were like, yep.
Well, I got referred to someone. They got referred to someone. They got referred me to someone. That referred me to someone that finally had an opening.
Hell yeah.
And
it only took 20 years.
Yeah, it only took 27 years. But what's crazy about this one is that they actually have a couples special.
Oh, wow.
So my wife and I are going to go in at the same time.
And you're both just going to be like, I'm pretty sure this guy's autistic.
Yeah, we talked to someone on the phone for an hour, and at the end they're like, well, I know this is going to be a great appointment. After talking to you two, you definitely sound like you have autism.
And you're like, well, thank God I wasn't imagining it.
Yeah, so that'll be good. That's next month. We're looking
Yeah.
forward to that. And it's also by an IHOP, so we can get pancakes after because we don't have a IHOP in this town, much to the chagrin of
Chagrin.
my wife.
Yeah.
I'm glad we both came up with chagrin.
Yeah, at the same time, even.
I don't think there's another word you could say, much to the blank of someone.
Yeah,
That's a negative.
much to my shame. You could
I
say
have
much
no
to your
shame.
shame.
Yeah. I mean, I could.
You're like,
I'm
then again.
I'm not a shamed person.
No.
Okay. Okay. How long did Discord invite links last?
You can make them last forever. It's in the options.
Edit invite link. Expire after never.
Expire immediately. Fuck them bitches.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna keep that in the signature of all the emails from now on.
Yeah. How do you make an email signature? Is that something you can like program into it, or do you have to just copy paste it in every time?
You can program into it.
Okay.
Then you can choose different signatures depending on what you're talking about, who you're replying to, whatever.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, I went to email class.
And they were like, "This is how you do emails," and you're like, "Oh, thank God you told me."
Yeah.
Never did an email prior to that, and never afterward either.
Yeah.
I mean, once you've done the email class, you know how to email. That's all you need to know.
Yeah. How many months do you think I should wait until I make my own email list?
Like a new registered email list.
Yeah, just like copy everyone that's currently on the list and make it work the exact same, but make it my own.
I'd say until summer.
Okay.
What's
Because Mike
the
never gets back to me about giving me the admin privileges for that.
right? Yeah,
So
that's
like
a concern.
he eventually approves people, but I want to have a quicker turnaround time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember seemingly everyone else's name from the cafe except the one person who runs out Rochester. Do you remember what their name is?
Mary and Madison.
Madison. Okay, thank you. I remembered Mary. I remembered everyone else except Madison for some
You're
reason.
really lucky I remembered their names because usually I don't.
Okay. Well, you got that good memory now.
Yeah.
Oh,
See, it only took knowing them for like 2 years to actually be able to remember their names.
that's good. Because yeah, I want to talk with Madison more in the future to find out about how to get that downtown alliance money that they had for their burlesque show, apparently.
Yeah.
Because then we could do that for something.
Then we could do a
have our
burlesque show.
our burlesque show.
But we have to get Roger to show because it doesn't count. Roger's not there.
Yeah, Roger can be the judge.
Do they have judges at burlesque shows?
I have no clue.
Well,
Is it
they
not
do
like
now.
a dog show where it's like this one has a nice coat or something, purebred?
I don't think evaluating a human's purebred status is a good idea.
You would think that, but many people would disagree.
Yeah, well, we're not
Oh,
talking
yes.
about your brother right now.
Oh yeah, speaking of my family, I never talk about them, so this is a chance.
Yeah.
I was talking to my mom, and I mentioned she was talking about one of these properties she's trying to sell, and she had me read her like listing thing.
Yeah.
And she gives the realtor descriptions, and it's like step into the wonderful veranda, bathe in the sunlight on the with the sunset a retractable awning, and it's all like very like fruity purple prose sort of language.
Yeah.
And one of them was like don't forget to look up to enjoy the wonderful wood beams. And I was like, yeah, I was thinking about wood beams because when my friend Axel plays Minecraft and I watch him stream, what was funny to me is that you start with the wood beams on the ceiling before putting in anything else.
Well, I didn't do that in the room I'm doing right now.
Yeah, but you did that last time.
Yeah.
And my mom's like, "Oh, that's so cute. Is he still gay?" And I said, "Yeah, he is." And then she started talking about sin, and then I said, "I'm ending the call."
I love that for her. Oh my god.
Yeah,
She is winning.
yeah, she is. So yeah, if you ever feel like you live in like too accepting of an area or something, or you haven't been discriminated enough recently, just let me know. I can have my mom talk to you.
And she'll just be like, damn, fuck this kid. Are you still gay? Ew, gross. Get out of here. I just want you to know you're going to hell. She, on the other hand, is not going to hell because she apologizes for not showing up to church every 24 hours.
Exactly.
Is he still gay?
That's a great.
No, I just changed my mind all of a sudden. I was just like, oh.
Yeah. It was a phase, 19-year phase.
Yeah, and after that, I just fucking died.
Yeah.
Much like life is a phase.
Mm-hmm.
Average AJ phone call with mother.
Yeah.
All of your phone calls with your mom are just you being like, oh, how are you doing? And she's like, you're gay, right? And you're like, no. And she's like, you know you're going to hell if you're gay, right?
Yeah. Well, I'm also going to hell for other reasons, apparently.
Yeah, naturally.
Countless reasons.
Yeah, you gotta catch them all.
Yeah, my mom doesn't think she's going to heaven. She thinks she's going to purgatory first.
Oh, and then
So she's... Yeah, because everyone that goes to purgatory goes to heaven eventually.
Oh.
But she's really concerned about waiting in purgatory too long. So she's trying to recruit enough Catholic people to pray for her when she dies, so that way she can use their prayers as power to get to heaven quicker. Which is legitimately what she believes in.
Give me your prayer juice. I need to go faster.
Yeah.
Gotta go fast.
Like Sonic.
Yeah, her mom is like Sonic, but in heaven.
Yeah, I was debating about whether or not to go see the Sonic 3 movie.
Yeah? What was the debate?
Well, on one hand, I love Sonic Adventure 2. On the other hand,
I hate Sonic. Speaking from your perspective.
on the other hand, apparently I looked it up and they don't play the entirety of the song Live and Learn in the movie.
No! What the
which is,
fuck?
They only play part of it.
Well,
Which was
obviously
real
it's
the
not.
deal breaker for me, because otherwise I would have seen it.
Yeah. Otherwise you would be in the theater right now.
I would have seen it multiple times already.
Yeah.
One of the greatest songs of all time.
Yeah. See, sometimes I like telling stories about my childhood because when we were talking while you were in the chat and I was like, oh yeah, like when I was in the 5th grade, I was like listening to an R-rated movie with an R-rated book with my mom.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how many people are that close to their mom. Or how many people's moms are like that chill.
My mom used to play Eminem for me in grade school.
Oh.
So
Very
it'd be like,
Catholic.
yeah, so on the way to Catholic grade school in 4th grade, I'd listen to songs about some guy wanting to rape people because he's upset how the media portrays him.
Oh.
And then she'd be like, okay, go pray to God.
And you're like, I'm praying for someone, but it's not me.
Yeah. Well, that's good. I'm glad you have that relationship with your mom.
I like my mom.
That's good.
Rare individual who likes his mom.
It's crazy to me that not only some people like their mom, but also some people like other people's moms a lot.
Oh yeah.
Like at like at the cafe, where Gabby was talking so much about Mary's mom,
Oh yeah. They
and I'm
were
like,
really
wow.
talking about.
Yeah, and I'm like, wow, that's crazy.
Had
To
like a
not,
flawless impression of her mom as well.
yeah, that's wild. That's like a Marantor mom level mom.
Yeah. Still can't get over this concept, like fairly popular in fantasy media, where it's like if someone is good, they have to be hot. And that's
Yeah.
like just standing out to me because I'm always thinking about the way Devin portrays Marintor's mom. She's like this certain kind of woman, you know?
Yeah, I really hope Devin shows up to another informal meeting so that way I can ask him about what fantasy media he likes.
Yeah, I think I've talked to him about it. He doesn't read that many books, to my knowledge.
Yeah, I understand not many books, but I'm just like fantasy media in general. Like, what is
Yeah.
his inspiration?
Yeah. Right now I'm rereading a book I've already read because my
As you
mom
do.
read the book and she was like, I don't really understand this, and I was like, well, I thought I understood it pretty good, so I'm gonna read it again.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because the first time I read it, I was like, this is so good, I am busting. But I haven't gotten to the part where I was like, this is so good, I am busting. Because it's an incredibly long book. It's like 1,400 pages or something like that. It's pretty long.
Okay.
Uh,
So that's like a Bloodbound.
yeah, like one half of Bloodbound.
Okay.
So it takes a while to get to that point.
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of parts where I was listening to them, and I was just like, let's fucking go, we're winning, gamers, let's go.
Yeah.
But I haven't gotten to those parts yet.
Okay. Well, at least you know it's coming.
Yeah. We love to game.
Yeah.
She even caught me in the shower. It wasn't me.
Yeah, my wife showed me that music video once.
Yeah, what were your thoughts?
Just like the normal, like, it's so weird, the themes in music that's popular.
Like cheating on your girlfriend?
Yeah.
That is a pretty popular theme from what I can tell.
Yeah.
Which is funny to me because people usually, I think, try to pretend they're not cheating on their girlfriend when they're cheating on their girlfriend. Unless you
Yeah.
just don't give a shit.
Some people don't.
No. I mean, didn't your mom like go into the relationship with your dad being like, yeah, he's gonna cheat on me?
Yeah.
She was just like, well, anyway. Kind of the impression I got, given that his dad was famous for cheating on his wife. Hashtag just Italian grandpa things.
Yeah, my mom was telling me because I got a Christmas card from my my mom's dad, my mistress, Judge Grandpa.
Yeah.
And my mom was telling me that because we got the Christmas card and my wife saw it and my wife's like, "Oh, that's the mistress? I thought she'd be prettier considering she's a mistress."
Yeah.
My mom was explaining that actually, apparently, her dad admitted to her recently that the reason they got together is because he was actually trying to get money out of her because he thought that she was going to get a really good divorce settlement because her husband that she was separated with at the time was an even more rich lawyer.
Oh.
But she had fabricated that because she didn't actually get that good of a deal. But then she said, well, I'm going to still get money from my mom, who's super, super rich. But then she got written out of the will because they suspected that she killed her sister,
Oh.
who I was friends with, because my mom kept trying to sell her a house. And
Oh.
she just suddenly died one day after a visit from the mistress wife.
Oh.
So then the mom took her out of the will. So my grandpa didn't make a good deal on that one.
Yeah. Gotta develop better risk management strats here.
Basically, he
It
had a
is funny to
timeshare.
me though that he was like, "Oh man, I'll get really rich from marrying this woman."
Which is weird because he was living in an 8-bedroom home.
Not enough bedrooms, AJ. You gotta get at least 10.
Well, she does have still a 10-bedroom home that he constantly complains about having to pay the mortgage for.
Well, maybe he shouldn't have bought a 10-bedroom home then.
She built the 10-bedroom home with money from her ex-husband, and then she was given it in the divorce, but nothing else.
Wow.
Because they're just like, oh, you can just sell the 10-bedroom home, but she doesn't want to because it's her home because she designed it. Because all women, once they reach a certain level of income, have to become interior decorators.
Does seem that way, doesn't it?
Yeah. Ooh, spooky. Guy. Food. Guys.
Yeah,
Guys
not
again.
the right size for this table. She even caught me in the shower. Wasn't me. Ooh.
See, another thing you want to do in a leadership position is you want to make it clear that it's all we words instead of I words. That's also what I learned about running a cult. So most people would be like, I made a Discord, come join it. Instead, you want to say, we have a Discord now.
Oh, yeah.
So it already feels like there's more people on board than there is.
A flawless manipulation strategy.
Yes.
Yeah, this is why streamers talk like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're all cult leaders as well.
Yeah. We're going to stream today. We're going to play this game. We're
Yeah.
gonna get the Hatsune Miku skin in Fortnite.
I've been hearing about that Hatsune Miku skin in Fortnite.
Yeah, I'm so sad that my Fortnite friend had a mental breakdown and had to delete all of her social media because now
transition.
yeah, exactly. So now I don't have anyone to play Fortnite with to show off a Hatsune Miku skin,
Alas.
which is the whole point of playing Fortnite.
Be like, look, I'm Hatsune Miku.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because when I was a kid, people were playing Fortnite, but I never played popular games.
Yeah.
Other than Minecraft. I played Minecraft when people thought it was really, really uncool, and then people like changed their minds a while after. So I have both played Minecraft when it was uncool and when it was cool. Simply because I don't really care what games are popular. I just play them at random.
Yeah. I mean, you do like popular games, but you also haven't played many games.
Sorry?
You do like popular games, but in the sense that you just like haven't played a lot of games, so you haven't gone to really niche stuff, but you haven't started like I'm gonna play the gacha games or the online live service games
No,
that
yeah.
people play when they say they have no money and then they spend all their money on Fortnite skins.
It is funny when people spend money on games outside of buying the game to me. I never get it because I'm like, but you already have the game.
Yeah, my brother had a real problem with that. That's how he spent most of his dog bite money.
Yeah.
As soon as like a new mount came into the Final Fantasy 14 cash shop, he's like, yeah, I can spend $15 for the virtual horse. Even though the game already gives me a horse, but this one has 6 legs instead of 4.
That's kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is kind of funny when people are like, I have enough money, and then, you say that 100,000 times and suddenly all your money's gone.
Yeah. Well, I think the thing that also get tricks in with these people, especially with these newer games, is that they give you free money.
Yeah, they do
Um,
that.
so like in Fortnite, I have enough free currency to get Miku, but
Yeah,
I don't have enough free currency to get the whole Miku pack.
the
So if I
Miku
want to,
pack.
use the Miku Miku Beam emote from the Sawtone song that ended up becoming the English song for the Miku Miku Mirai Festival. Um,
They have to stop making Fortnite. They just have to stop.
okay. Magical Cure Love Shot, great song. Then then I'd have to spend more money.
Yeah, it would be legally required.
Yeah, which I don't want to. But most people don't have that restraint. They're just like, well, I only need to spend $4 more to get enough V-Bucks. I already have enough. So they see it as like it's like a discount. But it's like, no, it's not a discount because you're still buying something you don't need. Because you could be buying potatoes instead to eat and live.
Yeah, which would be the obvious, better decision.
Yeah.
Try to maximize your potato input.
Yeah. And then some people, like, they just eat plain potatoes and I'm like, excuse me, you can just walk into Taco Bell and grab a fistful of sauce?
Yeah, they
They
can't. They
can't
won't
stop
stop
you.
you.
Yeah, and then you can have cheesy fiesta potatoes at home.
Nobody will ever know.
Yeah, well, people will know because I tell them.
They don't have to know.
No, no one has to know anything.
You elect to tell them that you're having
Yeah.
the Taco Bell.
Yeah, cheesy fiesta potatoes is the official name.
Well, I don't know anything, so
I really like Taco Bell menu name items because it's like the equivalent of people that don't speak Chinese and getting the Chinese tattoos.
oh yeah, it is like that.
Where it's
Pick
like
a
my favorite.
random fucking Spanish word. I don't know. Is it called Mexican?
My favorite Taco Bell menu name item is cheesy gordita crunch.
Yeah,
Do you have any idea what gordita means?
I think I do. I think Bard like just told me, but you can tell me again.
Okay, it's an affectionate term for a chubby girl.
Yeah, Bard did just tell me that.
Yeah,
I thought it was just for chubby people in general.
no, because it ends with an A and it's
Okay,
a gendered
gordito.
language. Yeah, so it'd be gordito if it was male. But chubbiness is not seen as a positive trait in men in Latino culture as much.
Well, that's never gonna stop me.
I know.
You're like, I know, Axel. It was good knowing.
Yeah, I was gonna say something, but then I decided not to.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want wife meat to be sad.
What were you gonna say?
I was going to say, and once again, this was like last time where it's like I wasn't saying this to try and offend at all or make
Yeah.
them feel sad. I was going to say, it was so funny to go into the gay meeting at the cafe and meeting the other Axel,
Yeah.
because they had like piercings in almost the exact same setup as wife meat.
It was surprising. I was like,
Yeah.
oh wow.
But then I realized, like, oh, will wife meat feel sad that I'm comparing them to someone feminine again? So I didn't bring it up.
Was the other Axel feminine?
Yeah, I think they had she, they pronoun on their tag.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
I couldn't see their tag the entire time. I had no
Oh,
idea.
no. Yeah, I was looking at everyone's tag.
Staring deeply into their tag.
Yeah. Hey, so that guy that was sitting next to us, Kevin, he was the gayest gay man you ever met, right?
Well, probably, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm like, as a person that hasn't met too many gay men, he's definitely up there for me, but I wanted to see if that was still the same sentiment for you.
He was like a grandpa gay guy.
Yeah, he I loved the Giorgio Armani glasses.
Yeah.
That was really good for me.
Well, I don't know what that is, so.
Giorgio Armani?
No.
Okay, it's a very pretentious luxury brand.
Naturally.
Yeah.
I mean, he did look like he would be a college professor.
Yeah, he was carrying a gay art magazine with him.
He definitely. I kept looking at that and being like, I should ask about that. And then I was like, should I ask about that?
It's probably going to lead into a long story.
Yeah.
But I want to be one of those people that starts carrying around, like, when and if I do get published, I want to just start carrying around my own book.
Yeah. like Roger does,
Yeah.
while unpublished.
Yeah. Yeah, that's always great because he only carries around his unpublished books. So it's not even like, yeah, you can buy this. It's like, well, this will come out soon.
Occasionally he does carry around his published books.
Mm-hmm.
Occasionally. When he's feeling like it.
Yeah. I've never seen any of these terracotta blocks before.
They're pretty neat. They're fairly new. People don't tend to use them a lot because they're kind of weird.
Yeah.
I'm just using them to do like the accent at the top of the walls.
The crown molding.
Yeah, the crown molding,
Mhm.
as you said.
Yes.
You are an expert on crown molding.
I've been tainted by real estate terms.
He is truly his mother's son.
Yeah. Sadly, I have a real estate mom and not a let's get high and watch Emperor's New Groove mom.
Yeah. I'm sorry, they don't hand out the new model to everyone.
I know. I should have gotten a better update.
Yeah. My mom jokes that she got me from Target, messaged her from Walmart.
What does that imply?
That I was clearance and Elena wasn't.
What does that imply?
It's like a joke about like being a like cheap product or like an impulse buy or something like that, you know.
Okay.
Since we were not had on purpose.
Mm-hmm. Do you know anyone that pronounces Target as Target?
I know someone who does it as a joke.
Okay.
By no, I mean I have heard somebody who does it as a joke.
Okay. My mom and her sisters would do it not on a joke, so that way they'd feel better about shopping at a store they thought was cheap.
Imagine feeling bad about shopping at a cheap store.
Yeah.
Wild.
Well, because normally they go to Giorgio Armani.
Yeah. If they don't have their cheaply made, shitty designer brands, they're pissed.
Yeah.
What am I looking for? Every time I fucking fly down here, I'm just like, where am I? What's happening?
Yeah. I think a lot about Roger, and I compare him a lot to Sawtone, the Vocaloid producer.
The what?
Because it's like, Roger's like, yeah, you gotta put out a book every 2 months or else people won't buy it.
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah, Sawtone, the Vocaloid producer, he only put out like a song a year, but his 5th song got into Fortnite. So it's like, yeah, it's better to have quality over quantity because there is no shortage of media for people to consume.
Yeah. You gotta be picky about your consuming habits. And
Yeah,
I think a lot of people who consume know that.
yeah, you're not just competing with other books. You're competing with all media. You're competing with Miku in Fortnite. Why would I read a book when Miku's in Fortnite this season?
Yeah.
That's what the kids are asking.
The children are always asking this simple question.
Yeah.
I don't know what books are, AJ. I only know what skins are in Fortnite.
That's true.
Never even seen a book. I don't think they're real.
Yeah. I was writing outline notes for the
Who
next
would
story I'm gonna write.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. And and I was just like putting in the lore reasons of why a child would be into books.
Yeah.
Because it's always like such a pet peeve of mine when people in books are really into books at a rate much higher than people normally are, and there's no reason other than the fact that it's a book and the person who wrote it likes books.
Yeah.
So I have to like put in the lore reasons of like, oh, it's too expensive to get electricity, so she's never seen a movie, and that's why she likes books.
Naturally. See, that's kind of funny because I don't think anybody. Wait. No, I think there's one person who likes reading just for the sake of reading in Bloodbound.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to guess who that is?
Dusk.
No.
Oh. Who?
Yakubu.
Okay.
The like head librarian guy.
Yeah.
It is funny to me how many events happen in Bloodbound almost specifically for the purpose of shocking Anakaya. I think that's funny.
That is most of Anakaya's story.
Yeah, it's her being like, goodness gracious!
Yeah.
She is
You're
surprised
one of
by
those
everything.
people that really like Hollow Knight. Are you also one of those people that like get upset every day Silk Song isn't announced?
No.
Okay.
I read The Name of the Wind, and I'm fine.
Okay, you're fine.
I'm unkillable. Assets! Assets! Hello.
61.
That's my good friend Assets, who I've known for almost 3 years.
Wow.
Do you want to know how I met Assets? This is one of my favorite little stories to tell.
Yeah, I like little stories.
The
Animal
way
stories.
the way I met Assets is he showed up in my chat and then was like, "Do you want to play a Hollow Knight with me for a randomizer?" And I was like, "Yeah." So I gave him my Discord and we played a randomizer on stream the next day, and it took 8 hours.
That's good.
And he couldn't speak English super well at the time. He can write. I don't. The entire time I've known him, he's always been able to write English really well, but he couldn't speak it super well at the time.
Yeah.
So it was just like him texting me, and like me talking to him for 8 hours while we were doing a randomizer, which is a funny experience to have. I don't know if
That's
it was.
good.
I don't know if the 8-hour randomizer was that one, but we definitely did one that's 8 hours long.
That's fun.
Yeah. So I know Assets reasonably well, though I don't talk to him very often because he never answers all my texts where I'm like, please, Assets, please talk to me. God, please.
Yeah, I know. You never have enough people to talk to.
Yeah. I like that.
Well, that's fun. You know, people are always like, it's so hard to make friends as adults. And it's like, well, have you just tried asking people to do things?
Yeah. Just like go around and ask people to do things. And eventually somebody's going to say yes.
Yeah. Like now I have the email of Night Nurse Kevin. So that way I can be like, hey, you want to get some Giorgio Armani glasses together?
Yeah. And you're like, you will have to buy the pair for me.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
I was
going well.
looking at the,
Going well, Assets. We are, I'm presently building some rooms in Minecraft, as you can see. How are you doing, Assets? What are you saying, AJ?
oh, I was looking at the drugs for gay people that he was talking about.
Gay people drugs?
Yeah.
What were they?
Because he was talking, because we were talking about AIDS.
Oh, yeah.
And, I was reading into it, and it's like, oh yeah, there's this specific antibiotic they use in. Okay, so I saw this one chart. You know, I like charts and maps.
Yeah. Famous.
It was condom usage by homosexual men by country,
Yeah.
and the lowest one was Canada. They don't wrap it up there.
No.
And the explanation was that they just give out free medication
Oh.
for these purposes, so that way people just don't feel like they need it.
Right.
And then it's like, oh yeah, they take this specific antibiotic, doxycycline, and then
Yeah.
I just look down from my monitor and I'm like, oh, I have that on my desk right now for one of my 22 illnesses.
Yeah. For all the gay sex that you're having with random men.
Exactly. So I gotta hit him up.
Yeah.
I like how he was disappointed that we were already taken.
I did find that funny. He sat
Oh,
like,
this guy has a wife. This guy has a boyfriend.
yeah, it was funny because he sat like really close to me, and then I was just like
Yeah.
thinking to myself, I was like, I'm like half this guy's age. Like,
Why is that gotta stop him?
you know, it's a good point.
Yes, Giorgio Armani glasses.
Giorgio Armani classes.
That says a lot about a guy.
Yeah. It's also funny to me when he started talking to the other person there that was like fairly old, and they were just like, "Wow, kids these days."
Yeah.
Though I do tend to get more hyper in public than I am in private. Like I tend to behave more like a kid, I think, just because my energy level goes up.
Yeah. Well, because it's like you're talking to fun people instead of me.
Why would you talk to me that way, AJ? It's so fucked up.
I know.
Hmm.
Because other people are like, yeah, I have this fun story about women's hockey. And
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I saw this cool chart about AIDS.
And everybody's just like, "Wow, AJ, how many charts about AIDS do you have?" And you're like, "You don't want to know."
Let me look at my spreadsheet.
Yeah, the answer is higher than you might think, and maybe higher than you will believe.
Yeah.
I hope you're doing well, Essence. My heart is always with you.
My heart will go on.
There will always be room in my heart for you. That's a line from one of my favorite songs goes.
Yeah.
You want to know what the name of that song is?
What?
There will always be room in my heart for you.
Oh, okay. Which Vocaloid producer made that?
Storyhill, which is a pair of hippies from Montana.
Okay. The opposite of a Vocaloid.
Yeah.
Okay.
The elemental opposite of the Vocaloid,
Yeah.
which is a pair of hippies from Montana.
Yeah.
You know what you can play, Assets? You can always play getting a job. Do you have a better computer now, or are you still struggling on like an old computer?
Because if you can run Fortnite, Miku is in the game right
Yeah,
now.
you can go play Miku like right now if you have some money.
Yeah.
But you should not.
Well, if you play for 300 hours, you can earn enough V-Bucks to get Miku.
Yeah. Why haven't
It's a
I
wise
done that?
investment. Or 200 hours if you're good at it.
Depends on your willingness to play Fortnite, which I have.
Well, it's kind of like Metroid Other M, except you're always in shooting mode.
We were joking about how Fortnite has a Miku skin, so if you wanted to, you could go play Fortnite and then play as Miku, Hatsune Miku, the Vocaloid.
Have you heard about Hatsune Miku?
I sure haven't. I have no idea what the fuck is happening.
Have you seen that Domino's Pizza commercial for Miku?
No, I haven't.
Okay, I'll send it to you and then you can watch it and you'll be like, don't show me this stuff again.
And I would be like, wow, that's Hatsune Miku.
Domino's Miku.
Domino's Miku. Yeah, I'm not gonna play. I'm not gonna play Fortnite. I don't like it. It like thinking about it makes me be like, ooh. I think one of the best parts about talking with you, AJ, is occasionally I'll say something that'll surprise you, and you'll be like, "Oh, I wasn't expecting you to say that," and I'll be like, huh, "I'm so smart."
Yeah, I'm always surprised that people always try to see it as like a game with me.
Yeah.
Where people are like, oh, well, if this guy's able to predict me, then I should try to be unpredictable.
Yeah.
Um,
What's your next prediction, AJ?
I'm probably gonna sniff.
Oh, he's right.
Yeah.
He knew it.
Yeah, see, the Miku isn't free because you need the V-Bucks, but you can earn V-Bucks by going through the Battle Pass, and then there's the free Battle Pass and the paid Battle Pass. So if you spend money, you can unlock more money, so if you reach a high enough level, it's better to spend your money on the Battle Pass to unlock the locked Battle Pass, and then that'll give you more V-Bucks to buy Miku. which will give you no benefit other than looking like Miku when you run around, which will probably make people want to kill you more. But you'll be happy inside because you'll be Miku.
Yeah. It will give you cancer, though, so keep that in mind.
Well, you're gonna get it either way.
Yeah. Making these like fun little rooms. Like,
When do you think is the best time to send out an email so people will see it?
oh, the witching hour.
Is that now?
No, it was like 7 hours ago. Okay.
Oh, Sunday morning so people get out of church and then see the email for the Discord?
I think you gotta go with like 4 p.m.
4 p.m. Sunday?
I'm saying 4 p.m. any workday because at that
Okay.
point people are on their phones at work, waiting for work to get done.
Well, tomorrow. Or you're gonna also send out an email though.
True. I always send them immediately when I get home because I don't send emails from my phone. So mine are just based on like my work hours.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes I wonder to myself how I can persist as a human being experiencing as much anxiety as I do. And I have no idea.
What did prompt that comment? Was it something about emails on your phone?
No, I just remembered that I have to book tickets to go to Australia this summer.
Yeah.
And I have to do it before all the tickets are booked up. But my mom tried to book the tickets for me because she gets like travel points off of them. But the website just wouldn't let her. So I'm gonna have to try to use the website again and then call someone. But the only times a day when I'm not busy are after normal working hours, because in the morning I'm busy because I'm writing and walking the dog and shit. And then I'm busy during the day, and then I'm only not busy after 7 p.m. Assets, why would you play Celeste for 24 hours straight? Do you even have wrists anymore? Well, why would you do that?
Yeah, cool thing about Celeste is that it's still gonna be there for you, unlike Hatsune Miku in Fortnite, which is limited time only.
Yeah. Hatsune Suku. How much money have you spent on Hatsune Miku in Fortnite?
Surprisingly, none.
And how much money have you spent on Fortnite in general?
None, surprisingly.
Wow.
I got the battle pass free V-Bucks, and then I rolled that into getting more V-Bucks from the paid battle pass using my free V-Bucks. And
So
then I
you have this
stored
all
up
worked out.
and then I stored up all of my V-Bucks for the day where there was going to be a skin which was worth it, which is of course Hatsune Miku.
Yeah. You could see Hatsune Miku coming from a mile away.
Yeah.
Probably because she's brightly colored. I'm curious what you do when you are not playing video games. Like, what do you do outside of gaming time?
Does Celeste even take 24 hours to beat?
Probably for fast enough. It wasn't him playing for the first time either.
Yeah.
He's a gamer.
Yeah, I gamed one time, but my doctor told me to give it up.
Excuse me.
Bless you. Yeah, I noticed you put a lot of books in your home. It's kind of like you like books.
You know, it's a little bit like that. But that is a misconception.
Where's the statues?
Well, I had a lot of those in my real house, and unfortunately they're kind of hard to install in Minecraft.
Okay. There is no like statue thing like there is for paintings.
No. There should be, though. You're right.
Yeah, it's a big problem with OBS in Minecraft.
Yeah. I prevent OBS from crashing by praying to a dark god, and it works pretty well.
You could always play Minecraft on the 3DS and point your camera at it.
True. I also use
Hopefully, the Switch 2 will allow you to stream Minecraft OBS.
Hopefully the
to
Switch 2 will allow you to stream.
Hopefully, the Switch 2 will have Miku as well.
Yeah. If it doesn't, not getting it.
Oh, that's a common issue with Minecraft.
No Miku.
Does Minecraft have Miku?
I mean,
They
you
have
can,
skins in this
you
game,
can
right?
definitely be Miku if you so desire.
Okay, but like officially.
I don't think Minecraft officially endorses Miku.
That's weird.
Yeah. Minecraft does not endorse Miku's various actions in foreign countries.
Hmm.
She's done a lot of shady shit. She doesn't want you to know.
Yeah, but she's Miku, so she's allowed to.
Yeah.
So maybe you'll send out the email for the Discord tonight, and then tomorrow morning you'll send out the email letting people know about the informal meeting, and you can also put the Discord link in that email, so that way they can
The
ignore it
double link.
twice. Yeah. And then on Monday I can be like, hey, here we are at the cafe. If you want to talk to us and you can't make it, here's the Discord.
Yeah.
And then after that, be like, yeah, we had a great day at the cafe yesterday. If you want the details about what we talked about, here's the Discord.
Yeah. And then you can be like, oh wow, I just had a great time talking in the Discord. To Axel. He and I already talked in the Discord before there was the Discord.
Yeah. But now we have a new place to talk about
Yeah.
the ethics of fanfiction.
Yeah. Which is thus far the only worthy conversation topic.
Yeah, it's one of the 4 things my wife is passionate enough to talk about.
The other being K-pop, farming games.
Well, she likes K-dramas. She doesn't like K-pop.
Sorry, my bad. And K-dramas, farming games. I had an idea for a 4th one.
The 4th one is also Vocaloid, but specifically early Vocaloid.
Naturally.
She had too many tragic Vocaloid experiences to continue with it.
How do you have a tragic Vocaloid experience?
Well, first off, there's an argument to be made that all Vocaloid experiences are tragic.
Okay, you got me there.
But have you ever heard of these things called anime conventions?
No, they sound pretty nasty though.
Yeah, it's a place where a lot of people die.
Oh. Like ritually or?
Yeah, habitually and ritually and statistically.
They got all the leads on it.
Yeah. So when are you gonna invite all your guests over to sleep in all 29 of your beds?
When I get my sex club together.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah. The sex club I'm always thinking about making.
Yeah, with that Canadian medication.
Yeah.
You know, I kind of, some part of me doubts that map. I looked into the sources, and it had different sources for all the countries. But the thing that made me confused is that they did have a source for Afghanistan.
Hmm.
And I'm just wondering, like, who in Afghanistan is admitting that they have gay sex without a condom?
Who's snitching?
Yeah.
You can let them know you have gay sex, just not without a condom. That's illegal.
Yeah. That's where the Taliban has an issue.
Yeah, that's where the Taliban draws the line.
Yeah. Otherwise, very, understandable organization.
Yeah.
Maybe you should just keep this as one really big room with multiple beds.
Yeah, well, I'm planning on it still having multiple beds, because in my mind, I'm thinking this is the king's bedroom. He's got the king's bed, the king's favorite boy toys bed, and then all the rest of the rooms are just also for the king's various boy toys.
Okay. Well, you gotta have 3 beds then. You gotta have one for each of them to sleep, and then the sex bed.
Yeah, well, this is the sex bed. That's the sleeping
Okay.
bed.
Okay.
And then all 3 of the boy toys have their own separate rooms.
Yeah, understandably.
Yeah. Do people have sex beds?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
How? Like,
There's a lot of different like mattress firmness that doesn't make it great for other things.
oh, okay. So
You
you
ever
want
been on one of those Tempur-Pedic memory foam mattresses?
No, I don't think I have.
Really hard to have sex on those.
Do you know this from personal experience?
I've lived a crazy life as
Yeah.
someone who's only ever dated my wife.
Yeah,
So you can tell I go pretty crazy.
there's a lot going on there.
Yeah.
A lot going on behind the scenes.
Oh yeah.
Getting freaky on the Tempur-Pedic bed.
Did you not have a mom that after you went to car dealerships to
I did not have
insult the car dealers
Yeah.
for cars you didn't intend to buy? Then you would go to a mattress store and lay on the beds and then insult the mattress salespeople that you don't like the bed?
No, I never did that, AJ.
Yeah, that's weird. You got a weird mom.
Yeah. Instead, my mom was just like, haha, I'm gonna read you The Hobbit.
Yeah.
She read me The Hobbit in the 1st grade, and I was like, hell yeah.
Yeah, I would love to do a study on a lot of things. But I'd be really interested to do a study on asking people how they feel about their parents and whether or not they were planned or an unplanned pregnancy.
Okay.
Because I feel like, from my own personal experience of talking to people, that contrary to what would be thought, children of unplanned pregnancies seem to be happy with their parents. And I
Right.
think it might just be because there's not like a sense of expectations already built in.
Yeah. Like, it was
'Cause
just like, oh shit, whoops, well, fuck.
Yeah, because with a planned pregnancy, they're like, oh, I'm going to raise them to be a dancer like I was, and that's why I want a kid. Oh, I
Yeah.
want a kid to be the quarterback of the football team like I was. When it's unplanned, it's like, well, I'm just going to keep living a normal adult life. And I guess I just have a kid now, too. And I think
hope I
that
don't
kind of
have
like
to-
helps the kid get raised better.
That might be the case. I'm also thinking that, like there's the kind of person who wants to have kids, and they might be, like, a more, like, traditional, in the Devon
Yeah.
sense, kind of parent,
Yeah. Yeah, good values.
Good values.
Like Jeb. Yeah.
Like Jeb.
Yeah.
It was really funny when we were doing that meeting, and he says, oh, he seems like a traditional kind of funny dad, and then the lady, I cannot remember her name, it's just like, he seems like a sleazeball.
Yeah, I really like that word too.
Yeah, she was
Yeah,
completely
Angie was her
unafraid.
name.
Angie was unafraid.
Yeah. Well, that's the power of a woman with a 9-year-old daughter and a man-child.
Yeah, that's like 2 children.
Yeah, basically.
Oh yeah, I was like talking to one of my coworkers who is a woman married to a man, and she was saying, so she and her husband got like an absurdly expensive car. It was like $20,000 or something like that.
Yeah.
And
Put the Mazda light on there.
yeah, and it was a fancy one.
Yeah.
Did I already tell you about the light thing?
Well, would you rather say that, or would you rather me say that I'm really good at predicting stories? What would make you feel better?
I already told you about it, didn't I? Yeah. I'm
No,
sorry.
it's okay. I just think it's funny. It's also came up in the exact same context again.
Yeah. It's just funny to me how often people have like a husband where they're like, this guy is useless. He's just like fucking around, wasting my money, and it's like, you married him.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of it where it's like there's a lot of people who like date with the intent of like, I'm gonna be really kind to this person until we get married, and then I feel like I've secured them down, and then I can be who I actually am, which I know they wouldn't have accepted otherwise.
Yeah.
And then there's a lot of people that are like, well, I'm not going to live a life that's actually going to be like our life until we get married because I have traditional values, so we're just going to go on dates. And it's not until that we get married I'm actually going to figure out what living with them is like.
Yeah, that is problematic when people never live with someone until they get married.
Yeah.
It's also just like, it's kind of interesting to me how often people seem to get in this situation, I think particularly women, where even if they kind of, I think, subconsciously know it's not right, they'll still let their husband, like, manage things for them that they probably shouldn't, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I asked this lady, like, what kind of car are you getting for $20,000? And she's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's also funny to me that people buy new cars. Crazy.
It's funny to me that people buy things other than the Hatsune Miku Fortnite skin.
I feel like that's the only thing people should buy. Just like
Yeah.
as a rule.
Because I think if you look at like the cost compared to the amount of happiness it'll give you to look like Miku while you shoot people in Fortnite.
That's true. To get shot by people.
Yeah, well, you're not gonna get shot because you're gonna become a god level gamer with the power of Miku by your side.
Yeah. The power of God and anime.
Yeah, that's so true.
I have never been a god gamer,
Oh, that's too bad.
despite my sincerest attempts.
Yeah.
I'm gonna end the stream because I am already asleep.
Okay.
Good night, gamers. Good night, assets. I don't think you're still watching, but good night, assets.
Good
Bye.
night, 61.